I think it's hilarious how often they just resort to cursing in the show. I guess because to me it feels like a 60s cartoon sometimes. Then the characters go, shit, all the time, for no reason. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Stoneface Reactions. I'm Theta, and we are back with some more Voltace 5. Last time we watched episodes 27 and 28, and I come back with a few notes and a board. Let's go ahead and take a look at that board. And with the board comes the board changelog. I removed the question mark from Professor Go's portrait, as he is alive. I added Mira and Bernard, the pregnant woman, or the woman who just had a baby, and her husband. I added Lazaria, and I marked her as dead. Because obviously, well, here's the thing. She might not be dead. That could be a lie. It's the element of, is the person who said Lazaria is dead a reliable narrator, or is their information good? At the top of the board, you might also see that I added the former emperor and his, brother, the former emperor's brother and his wife. I did take screenshots. I just forgot to apply them to the board before today's recording session. So, know in the future that's probably going to be the case. I also added a blue line from the former emperor to Zamboji because they indicate that Zamboji is the son of the former emperor and a unknown lady. I forgot the exact words they say. He's essentially a half brother. Sorry, not a half brother. He is just he's part of the lineage. He's just not an unofficial one, typically. I also added the lines between Professor Go and Lazaria. I also, this might be questionable, but it's the element that I have said time and time again. The possibility that the Voltace 5 crew, the three kids anyway, the three kids of Professor Go's, are half siblings with Heinel. And I think that was proven by the fact that Lazaria was pregnant when she was getting taken away. So I have just made it fact on the board by connecting a blue line from Lazaria to Heinel. I guess technically I should have not connected only Lazaria to Heinel. Technically, I guess that means that Professor Go would be Heinel's dad as well. Assuming, some untoward shit didn't happen when she was captured. But I think the idea is that she was pregnant before they got taken away. It doesn't get pregnant later. So, yeah. That would make Heinel Professor Go's kid, which I've said before was a possibility. And I think this episode establishes that, so I have made the board represent it. Now, if that turns out not to be true, all that involves is me deleting one line from the board. As for the notes, not a smooth move, Heinel, to say out loud that you already thought of the plan your generals were going to come up with and then call it pathetic, implying that your own plans are pathetic as well, since you also thought of it. I think Heinel is entirely in the right to think that he's killed Donga and Go. Sorry, Donga. Yeah, Donga and Go. Only in the most convoluted of scenarios could they have survived. And yet, just a stupid observation, the beast fighter that attacked the mechanical falcon, on first approach they show it in midair, ascending through the clouds in front of the mechanical eagle's descent. The next we see it, it's just standing on the ground with no cloud in sight. Really jarring continuity of shots. We keep going over the fact that there are two types of Boaznians, horned and hornless. I have to wonder if half Boaznians would just be put into the hornless category, or if they wouldn't even be considered Boaznian at all. This is either a caste system or inherent speciesism. I would have thought caste if not for the humans can't love storyline that we tried to pull, implying that they are so specious that they think we are beneath animals. Professor Go is literally Moses from the Bible. Replace the horned Boaznians with the Egyptians, the hornless Boaznians with the Israelites. I guess that makes this whole fight Exodus. And my last note, the thing about Zamboji ripping off Go's horns in front of everyone, either fake horns are a thing, and people could have acknowledged that when they saw him do it, which, if that was the case, then how were they not constantly checking for people with fake horns all the time? This should have been like the movie Gattaca, where everyone's constantly being checked that they are the genetically modified elite that they're supposed to be. The or scenario here is that people would think Zamboji ripped off his horns, as we've seen horns break before, in which case, what? Does losing your horns make you hornless? Or does having horns at one point still make you horned? Either way, I think I would still be playing up the assault aspect and pressing on the crowd present that I was a horned elite and this asshole just ripped off my horns. Because, I mean, if you need the power to make change in society and thus want to be emperor to make that change that you think needs to happen, you need to stay in that position, which means implying that you had horns the entire time and he just broke them, versus submitting to the idea that you were hornless the entire time and hope people change their minds naturally, as that does not seem to be the case with this society. Either way, though, those were my notes. So let's go ahead and see what's coming up on the next episode.
But before we get started,
make sure that you hit the like button,
hit that subscribe button,
comment down below to feed that algorithm.
On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this, unfiltered,
uncensored,
and uncut,
as well as some early access stuff,
you can check it out over on the Patreon.
It's just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure.
There's zero pressure in order to do that. It's just a little bit of extra support, and it would be greatly appreciated.
Again, I do think that the opening implies that the Voltes 5 goes to Bosnia. Because, there's the scene there at the very end where we see Bosnia and the Voltes 5 in front of it. And I can't remember what I said from a past breakdown of the lyrics, but it very much feels like they're going to take the fight to them there. Now, in order for that to happen, I have to assume that we get things fine on Earth, which means, from my perspective, that we have to get Heinel on our side, because Heinel is the invasion force for the Earth. Now, and if Heinel changes his target to the Emperor, say, and starts sending his forces towards Bosnia, then the Voltes 5 unit could go there as well, assisting in their father's plan to free everyone on Bosnia. But that means we need an entire arc to happen where Heinel turns his back on the Emperor, because, he's super defensive of him, and learns the truth about his own lineage. Again, it doesn't really change the Voltes 5 team's perspective of one another either. The element that 3 of them are now half Bosnian. I guess it also means that Bosnians can reproduce with Earthlings no problem. They would, however, be all non-horned people. So, the Bosnians wouldn't want that, the current Bosnians. This better not be an episode of Voltes 5 team turns itself apart. Because they're half-bloods, and that's a very weird thing to be. I feel like we should have phrased that better. They're not all bad.
ここに偉大な勇者が眠りについた。ボアザンの貴族に生まれながら、その象徴である角を自ら折り、ロードの解放に命を捧げた勇者が、できるだけ丁重に葬ってやりたい。
Again, it's hard to take his death seriously, because we already thought he was dead. They brought him back very cheaply, I thought.
己裏切り者めが、こともあろうにファルコンに逃げ込むとは。ジャンガル、なぜ奴のとどめを刺さなかった？あの裏切り者のとどめを。申し訳ありません。すでに時遅く。黙れ！幾度奴に煮えを飲まされたと思うのだ。
I'm also realizing our other general on the end there doesn't have horns. How is that fine?
ロードの胸に身を投じ、天才下等生物の地球人と手を結ばんとする憎き断言。奴は貴族の血を汚したばかりでなく、我々に恥辱を与えおったのだ。その
I can do that.
裏切りの代償がどれほど高いものであるか、奴の骨身に味わわせてやる。
I guess I have no internal information to know that he's already dead.
ナビのものではダメだ。腕に覚えのあるものをより優るのだ。はい、お気に入るかどうかすでに選びおります。まずは闘技場の方へ。
I'm guessing this is going to be the new armored version of our first big threat. You know, the butterfly knife catch thing. Put that man's brain in a robot.
あのものか。はい、剣闘士の中でも最強と言われるギルオンでございます。
なかなか頼もしき男。
まさしく稀に見る戦士。
Catherine, keep it in your pants.
本日はこれまでだ。死体を片付けよ。ギルオン、参れ。
Oh, you could have just hit the truck. You'd have to kill another guy.
殿下の前であるぞ。言わんでも分かっている。だが私には兵士どもが我が仲間の亡骸を粗末に扱うことは我慢ならん。
That's why you don't use this guy. Honorable people will not get the job done.
その亡骸を丁重に扱うよう申し入れる。己減らず口を叩き折って。不敵なやつ。よし、そちの望み通りにしてやろう。兵士ども、戦士の亡骸は丁重に棺に入れろ。これで満足か。
I feel like he's going to be the type of guy where the Voltes 5 gets injured in some way, that they can't fight 100%. He's going to let them recoup.
俺は戦うために生まれた男だ。確かにその通りだ。お前のその度胸を買って申し渡しておくことがある。この度の戦いは攻撃するだけではない。裏切り者の丹下を連れ戻してくるのだ。丹下？丹下とはある丹下将軍のことで。
Danga? That's what I was saying before.
オルテスチームの一人を人質にしてファルコンでぬくぬくとしている丹下と交換するのだ。あの丹下将軍を。ジャンギャル、早速出撃の準備をいたせ。はい、エル様、お願いがございます。
Yeah, don't use this guy.
戦闘指揮をぜひとも私めに。何を言うベルガン。戦いの指揮はこのわしだ。
I'm saying don't use this guy who has clear reservations about going after General Danga.
兵士どもに与えたる損害をどう思われる。ベルガン、そちの言うのももっともだ。よし、この度の指揮はそちが取れ。早々にギルオンの改造史実に問いかかれ。はは。オルテスチーム、出撃せよ。はい。
I wonder why they ordered that way, by the way. Was it 42135? I feel like they're specifically calling out Kenichi as the #1 pilot or something. But then why couldn't they just put 1 on the far left and have him go down? Well, I guess it's Japan, right? It'll be on the far right.
今日もまた戦いに命を懸けてゆく。気負ったなボルテスチームめ。良いかギルオン、夢夢作戦を忘れるでないぞ。
I wonder, you think they actually took his head out of his body and put it into a robot, or they hit him with a beam that made him grow really big and get metal for some reason? Okay, I guess they wouldn't put his head brain in a robot. They just hit him with an enlarging beam. I think it's hilarious how often they just resort to cursing in the show. I guess because to me it feels like a 60s cartoon sometimes. Then the characters go, shit, all the time, for no reason. Spin like a top. Well, that was a first. Don't think we've ever seen the sampler pack of missiles before. I never noticed that Hiyoshi has a mole under his eye. It's usually the women love you move, but the child has it. I'll say this for a warrior who is so obsessed with honor. Taking a child hostage feels very against that code. Did you guys not raise the shields? And yet you didn't know what he was fighting for or what he was up to. I think he's probably just going to throw it. It doesn't feel like he's about to try and break it over his knee or something. Feels like a take it and go moment. Yeah, see? Throw it. Because he wants to go out fighting. Again, he is of the Goku mindset. I need to fight you at your best to prove that I'm better. Oh, I saw them flip a little bit. I thought they were about to do the top maneuver that we haven't seen in forever. We do fast forward through the transformation sequence a lot more these days. But then we included those cartoony sound effects, because why not? Okay, I guess the one time the electric tops have come in handy. Oh, again, brutal, because he's not a robot. He's just a dude who's been super enlarged. Yeah, because he wanted to die. This is the outcome I think he was going for. I think because killing a person is a little bit much for this show. Is he gonna join with them in some sort of like life debt scenario? Well, I don't know that you can go back. They barely punish the generals anymore, but I have to really believe a beast fighter that doesn't win is gonna get killed. He's destroying stuff. Not the guy, though. I mean, technically, he didn't prepare the first. That was just some guy. Oh, yeah, there you go. Dude's gonna get executed. That's what I thought. I'm gonna drop him to the floor. Technically, he is. I mean, even if he's fighting for the right side, he is a traitor to the bad side, which is the side that's in power. I.e., a traitor. This base has a way bigger population than you might be led to believe. Then why didn't you take your horn off like though he did?
に与えられた道は戦うことを見せ物にした剣闘士の道だけだった。だから戦ったのだ。わかるか、そこの金石の者ども。おのれ、撃て誰だ。撃て撃て。
Yeah. Brutal. Why does he have a robot insides? We covered that he wasn't a robot. Also, if this is what you really felt, then why did you battle cry glory to the Boazan Empire? I mean, beyond the horn thing, we haven't really seen anything that makes you different from any other person.
ギルオンかしら。
下手な情けをかけるからだよ。あの時始末をしておけばよかったんだ。あいつがまだ戦いを挑むとは。今度こそ決着をつけてやる。あれはギルオンではない。
あ、爆弾だ。違うわ。よく見て。
I mean, I guess I just send a message.
あれは。
I mean, it all played out exactly what I thought. You can't send a person back home when they get punished for failure. I was literally about to say, are they actually going to finally attack the skull ship? And it's like, no. They brought another beast machine. Of course they're going to fight the beast machine. It looks like a Geth from Mass Effect. Just red. See, not a person. However, again, the fact that they gave him mechanical parts on the inside means nothing would have really happened if he had sort of heavened him. We would have only seen robot parts. Bullshit, that ain't happening. You just tell him to give men military honors. No. Same way you guys don't tell us what to do. Oh, sorry, I misunderstood. You're telling them that we're going to do this. Sorry, misunderstood. At the same time, would have been perfect time to send a beast fighter. Remember that we did not even do this for Professor Hamaguchi or their mother. Yeah, I don't know. I think I prefer the first butterfly catch guy in regards to just giant-sized person gets into a fight with a team. Granted, this had like more character story to it, in that obviously this guy had more of an attachment to General Denge, but he doesn't really push it, right? He even screams out glory to the Bosnian Empire, which seems to say that he's aligned with the very forces that General Denge was against. And it's only until he's like up on the strap saying you can't kill something that's already dead that he indicates that he was for the side that General Denge was on. It's very not convoluted. It's so rubber bandy. It's so back and forth. I think hurt the episode. Sorry, the message of the episode to not have him solidly on one side or not. The fuck? The fuck? I have no fucking idea what happens next episode that Catherine gets on the ground level to possibly get shot. I mean, the Heinel and Kenichi getting into a fight, more believable. Heinel goes out into the field sometimes. He could get himself into trouble that way. How the fuck does Catherine get pushed out? Do they finally take down the Skull Ship? And these are everybody on the Skull Ship running for their lives or whatever? I have no idea. I am very interested to see what happens next time, because I do not know how that pans out. And also, it would be coming into play the element that all of our team are trained in like hand-to-hand operations, and that barely ever comes up. So having them all having to fight the Boaznian invasion forces hand-to-hand, that'd be a thing. I'm actually more upset that they gave honors to General Denge and what's his name from this episode, and not Professor Hamaguchi. Professor Hamaguchi went all in on everything from the beginning, as it turns out. And he got nothing for it. I don't think we even saw a gravestone for him, like the mother got at the very least. Disappointing. Yeah, I said my concerns, so I don't think I'm gonna rehash them now. Super interested in the next episode though. And of course, if I do have any future thoughts about last episode, they will be in the notes 2 episodes from now. So, that said though, I think we're going to end this episode here. Once again, I have been Theta, this has been Stoneface Reactions, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?